All right, so today I wanted to talk a little bit about Battlefield 6. I wanted to talk about the beta. I played week 1 and I've played a little bit of week 2, and I am really enjoying it. I have started to see some comments down in my videos talking about Battlefield that it feels like I'm just talking about the good when it comes to Battlefield, and I'm not really talking about the bad or glazing it or whatever the hell else people are saying nowadays. But I think the reason for that is that I'm a fairly new Battlefield player. I've always known about the Battlefield franchise. Told you guys before, I wanted it as a kid. Battlefield has always called me, and I've always wanted more from it because I want more military first-person shooters. I do, like, I want more. I don't want just Call of Duty. I want more competition. I want Battlefield to be here, you know. I want Medal of Honor to make a return. I want Brothers in Arms to make a return. I want Ghost Recon to be there. I mean, I want even brand new games that we've never heard of. I want more military type shooters. And so Battlefield 6 making this strong comeback, making this push, bringing the real battlefield warzone military aspect back is something that I really was happy about. I have talked so much about Call of Duty and Battlefield and just comparing them and, you know, can Battlefield do this? Can Battlefield do that? And it's because I'm having a good time covering it. So far, I have really enjoyed it. I went into the conquest mode where, you know, there's just a lot bigger maps and it's like 20 to 40 minute matches and things like that. That's the real true Battlefield experience. But I will say this, when I first jumped into it, I had difficulties trying to have fun. I actually had difficulties finding enjoyment in playing those big maps because I felt like I was getting killed a lot. I felt like people were dropping me with tanks. People were dropping me with fighter jets. I mean, I was getting absolutely destroyed. And I started kind of getting a little bit sad because I was like, damn it, man, I was really having high hopes for Battlefield. And it's not that it's not a good game, but maybe I'm just not built for this. Maybe I'm really not. I found the game mode Domination and it said small scale battles, 10 minutes. And I said, okay, well, I'll hop onto this one. And it just changed my perspective so much. Like, I'm not here to try to make Battlefield Call of Duty. I'm here to try to learn the Battlefield way and to play Battlefield the way that it's intended to play. And so when I played Domination, I made a goal for myself to really help everyone capture the objectives. And that's what I spent my time doing, just trying to capture all of the objectives that I could. And if I saw somebody, I would try to res them and, you know, pull them out of the fire and things like that. I also told myself that I would move a little bit slower and try to be a little bit more tactical and just help my team. I'm not out there trying to get the kills. I'm not out there looking for the kills. I have found a very interesting thing in me that I really have enjoyed. The movement of it, the gun handling, the shooting, the hit response, the time to kill or time to death is very different to something like Call of Duty Black Ops 6. When I'm playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6 or I'm playing Warzone, I'm thinking about moving really fast, getting kills. I mean, I was playing it all this whole week. I've been playing, you know, Call of Duty Warzone because I've been playing with my team. And, you know, we've been playing just heavily, but throughout this whole week, I've been missing Battlefield 6. I'm like, man, sometimes after playing some COD, I want to go into Battlefield and like cool down and enjoy that. I want to get into that slower, more tactical, you know, pace of gaming. I want to play and not be concerned with the kills. And I have learned that the more that I'm playing this Battlefield 6 beta and the more that I'm getting accustomed to the weapons and the shooting and everything, I don't really give a single fuck about how many kills I'm getting. It's satisfying when I kill somebody. It's satisfying when I hit them. It's satisfying when I'm able to take 2 or 3 out in quick succession. I enjoy killing them, but that's not really what I'm there for. I'm there to win. And I have gotten this thing where I'm playing these smaller scale maps, this Domination, this King of the Hill. I have just been so concentrated on us winning and being the winning team that nothing else really matters. And I end up finishing the game with like 12 kills, 9 kills, 17 kills, maybe 20 kills if I get lucky, or 11 kills, or 7 kills. It doesn't matter to me how many I'm getting because it feels throughout the match as I'm concentrating on doing other things that I am getting kills, and that's enough. And I am helping the team, and that's enough. And honestly, that's what I wanted to say, that I've just enjoyed Battlefield in general, and I can see Battlefield 6 being a part of my rotation, of my weekly rotation. When the game comes out, I'm going to play it, and I'm probably probably going to jump into the multiplayer and enjoy it alone more so than I would Call of Duty. I will say something here. I do not really find any enjoyment in playing Warzone or playing Call of Duty multiplayer by myself. I don't want to hop in there and start running like crazy, fighting other people and moving and spinning and shooting and trying to get all of the kills like a sweat, I guess. Like, I'm not. Why would I want to do that by myself? That just gives me a fucking headache. It stresses me out. What I want to do is when I have downtime, I want to just relax and enjoy and have fun with something I want to have fun with. And Call of Duty doesn't give that to me. The only time that I play Call of Duty multiplayer or Warzone is when I'm playing with my team and my guys and we're talking, and that's it. That's the only way that I can really have fun with it. But Battlefield 6, I haven't played with them at all because they haven't downloaded it yet. And I haven't played with anyone else. I'm just playing alone. And I'm having so much fun. I can play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 10 games even just back to back to back to back without worrying about anything. I cannot do that with Call of Duty. I can do that with Battlefield because it's so different. And I really, really like that. I think though that some people have been disappointed that came from Call of Duty over to Battlefield and they just felt that, you know what, this game doesn't feel like COD. It doesn't move as fast as COD. The aim assist isn't as good. The time to kill is too quick. I can't really find myself and I just don't like it. And they gave up on it already. And that is awful because I get it. Sometimes some games aren't for you and that's okay. But there's just a really good game here because I promise you guys, part of me wanted to give up too when I first opened the beta on the very first day on my very first match, and I felt how different it felt. And Conquest, just the map being so big, I thought, man, I might not be built for this, and I felt like giving up. But I said, no, you know what, keep playing, try different modes out, find your weapon and see what happens. And I'm so glad that I stuck with it because this is amazing so far, and the beta and the weapon handling and everything really gives me a perspective on how the campaign is going to be, which is going to be my main thing. Now, in terms of the beta and like what I like the most is just smaller maps. So like right now, I do like the smaller maps. They do help me a lot, and that is something that I'm going to keep playing. I don't know if I'm going to be jumping into the big ass all-out war stuff yet. I think eventually I will, but for right now, I am going to continue to enjoy the smaller maps. I will say that some things that I find a little frustrating when I am playing Battlefield 6 beta, so you guys know what I do think about the negatives. It's not all just positive, positive, positive. Some of the negatives for me, and take these with a grain of salt because I'm not a pro, I don't play multiplayer often, and I'm not even buying Battlefield 6 for its multiplayer. I'm buying it for its campaign alone. Like, honestly, I will play the multiplayer, but I am buying it from the campaign. So you guys knowing that information, you might not really give a fuck what I think about the multiplayer stuff. But some of the things that I do not like personally, the time to kill or the time to death, what they're calling it, is I feel like I get hit like once or twice and I'm gone. Like, I die so quickly. That's honestly a little frustrating. Another thing that I've noticed that has really been pissing me off is I have gotten killed multiple times and I'm laying there asking for a revive and nobody's reviving me. I even, in my last game, I saw somebody get downed. Then I tried to help them. I got down. A teammate came, revived him, and then the one that revived him got killed, and the one that got revived that I was trying to help just ran away. He didn't try to res me, and I thought that was effing stupid. So, not getting revived, the time to kill being a little bit quick in my opinion. Those two things are stuff that I am struggling a little bit with. Something else that I've found a little bit frustrating too is that it feels like I keep getting the same 3 maps over and over again, or the same 2 maps in just rotation. And maybe it's because it's the beta and they haven't released all of the maps yet. And I know that in time when, other events come out or, other things get added to the game, there's going to be more maps to play. And like, we're probably going to have a whole bunch of different cool maps, but it feels like I'm just getting the same ass maps over and over again. I'm not saying that the maps are ass. I'm just saying that, I feel like I keep getting the same maps. Time to kill is really strong and nobody's reviving me. Those are 3 things that I am struggling to get a little comfortable with the beta. It's not like killing it for me. It's not making it a bad experience by any means. I am really, really enjoying it still. But those are some things that are kind of bothering me. Another thing is that I'm not really familiar with the loadouts of the weapons and the attachments and the customization, so I'm having a hard time trying to find a good way to make a cool weapon. I'm not liking the sights that I have all that much. I've really struggled to find a sight that I really, really like or I really enjoy. I also feel like my bullets are gone really quickly. I feel like if I don't die and I'm able to kill like 3 or 4 people without dying, I run out of ammo and I have to switch to my other AR that I'm carrying or something like that. So I'm not sure why it feels like I don't have enough ammo. I really don't, but I do feel like I run out very quickly. And then another thing that I've noticed too is that my sidearm, my pistol, like sometimes if I'm shooting and I run out of ammo, I'll try to switch to my sidearm and I'll try to take somebody out with it, but I just never can. It feels really weak or really underpowered. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if I'm missing my shots. I don't know if I'm just not good with the pistol, but I am really finding it difficult to kill anybody with the pistol at all. I've even tried taking out the pistol just by itself and trying to get a kill, and I cannot. I mean, I hit them, but they just do not go down. So I think maybe buffing that a little bit more or improving that would be really cool. To be honest, I think the UI could be a little bit better. I think the UI could be a little bit more simple where things are kind of more in your face. I don't know that I like the design too much of the UI, to be quite honest with you. And then lastly, the thing that I would say that I have noticed in the beta is that I have a hard time differentiating the class loadouts. I have a hard time understanding which one is assault, engineer, support, or recon, because they all look, quite frankly, they look very similar-ish, but maybe that's just me. So again, those are some things that I'm not fully happy with, but I would love to see some improvements. I would love to see more maps. I would love to see better, cooler gear, upgraded gear. Everything that I've said, I know that Battlefield can work on it. I know they'll probably fix it, and I just cannot wait for the full launch. So those are my thoughts on the beta.